What's good, guys? Welcome back to another video. My new MacBook finally arrived, so I think you're gonna see like slightly more space on the screen, and boy, oh, I've really missed having a 16-inch MacBook. Like for the past few months, I've been running with like a 14-inch MacBook Pro, and my God, man, if you're doing any sort of charting, like this extra screen real estate really makes a difference. But yeah, with that out of the way, today I'm going to be breaking down the exact setup that we're going to be looking for in terms of Bitcoin for today. Yesterday ended up being pretty decent in the sense where, like, yeah, we ended up getting the CISD, but unfortunately we did not manage to get the correct entry. But with that out of the way, today I'm going to be sharing with you the exact trade setup that I'm going to be looking for on Bitcoin. Now, before we get into it, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Shwen. I have a 75% win rate publicly documented on all of these YouTube calls. So essentially, I tend to be right just a tiny bit more compared to when I'm wrong. So you're probably in the right place. Now, with that out of the way, though, let's get into it. So daily bias was already bullish, right? Because we ultimately ended up closing very bullish from yesterday. If you guys recall from yesterday, even though like we had an overall bearish daily bias and stuff like that, I was telling you guys like, yeah, if you wanted to get into a trade, I would probably lean towards the long side. And this is a example of when to ignore the daily bias. So overall, we managed to, get the bullish order flow, and price ended up pumping aggressively towards the upside, which is kind of like what I was expecting anyways. If you'd like to kind of get an understanding though of why I decided to go against the daily bias, just keep in mind yesterday we swept out all of the liquidity and then followed that up by a CISD on the 1 hourly chart, which basically means that even though yesterday was pointing towards the downside, everything else was already, like lower timeframes were already pointing towards the upside, and strongly so as well. So that was just one of those situations where we ignored the daily bias and went long instead. So today I'm going to remove all of these drawings, and the playbook for today is going to be quite simple. Like, we have a bullish daily bias. We have some pretty clear daily targets as well. Now, if we just kind of mark out this liquidity level here at 65,500, this could be a level that price reaches for, which is about $1,500-ish away from where we're currently at. Now we go into the lower timeframes, and we're going to look for supporting kind of areas that fit our theory. And essentially, right now, instead of looking at that order block that I drew on the 1 hourly chart right there, I think we are very likely going to be using this liquidity point as the key level instead. So what do I mean by that? Essentially, these are a bunch of relatively equal lows. And if you know anything about liquidity concepts, you know that relatively equal lows tend to be a magnet for price. And once price actually sweeps these levels, an aggressive kind of like reversal towards the true direction can be pretty normal. So the setup for today, between the hours of 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., I'm going to be looking for a break, or rather a sweep below all of these lows, with the level, well, the ideal level would be at the very least $64,000, going below $64,000, and then showing some sort of a willingness to go towards the upside in some sort of 5-minute CISD. Now, the reason why we're only looking for a move between 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. instead of a more specific time window is because, like, we don't have news today. If anything, like, news is already over. Like, yesterday we had Canadian news, which, by the way, Canadian yesterday was an absolute banger. It goes to show again, like, you don't have to be married to Bitcoin. I know I make a lot of Bitcoin videos, but it's only because the name of the channel is literally The Art of Crypto, but I still do trade quite a lot of other assets, and USD Canadian has been one of the best performing assets for this system. So don't sleep on it. If you have access to Forex, like, look in the USD Canadian. But anyways, like, yeah, yesterday Canadian was super straightforward. And today we don't have news. News is going to be coming tomorrow for USD. So yeah, overall, we're just going to be looking for price to kind of like make a move between the hours of 7 to 10 a.m. Now, ideally, even, we would be looking to avoid trading today, because if you guys recall the scenario that I marked out from yesterday, which is essentially the fact that if you take a look at the weekly bias so far, we're actually bearish in terms of the weekly bias, which means that if the first couple of days of the week end up, kind of trading towards the upside, kind of sets the tone and sets the precedent for an opportunity. That kind of gives us an opportunity to sell high and then to maybe take advantage of a move towards the downside and be positioned really well for that move towards the downside. And so today, if we end up not getting, like, for example, liquidity sweep is only step 1 to this trade idea. Obviously, you still need price to give a willingness, to show a willingness to go back towards the upside before we jump into a trade. If we do not get that, kind of willingness to go towards the upside, then you guys know exactly what's happening, right? Especially with the fact that, you could kind of argue that this is a little bit of a heads and shoulders pattern, like, kind of. Technically, this is still a swing high. This is a swing high, and that's a swing high, right? So this is a heads and shoulders pattern, price is breaking lower. And if we just kind of break lower for the rest of the day, that's actually a really positive sign, because again, I already mentioned that if Monday and Tuesday end up pumping and Wednesday, like this is probably going to be the high of the week if we do actually break lower, right? If that happens, today's just going to be a no trade as far as Bitcoin's concerned. Doesn't mean that, okay, because price is dumping, we are just going to dive right into it. I'm going to save my ammunition for tomorrow because tomorrow is the news day, is the high impact red folder news for USD. And basically what that kind of means is that the true expansion, right? The volatile moves will start from Wednesday, Thursday, and potentially ending on Friday. So that's just to give you an understanding of how I'm thinking about the weekly profile, which is really important to understand when you're trading the financial markets, because at the end of the day, you got to remember, like when you look at a chart, right, a lot of people tend to just fixate on price action, but in reality, price action is just the y-axis, right? You still have the x-axis, which is time, and timing doesn't just have to be like, okay, hour to hour, minute to minute. It could also be from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? Every single day has its own characteristic. And if you guys have watched my videos before, you know that like I kind of have a crystal ball-like ability to, find the exact tops and bottoms throughout the week. And one of the ways that I do this is to understand both liquidity concepts as well as the power of three. And if you'd like to also learn this and apply this trading system to your own trading so that you can start making a full-time living from trading, it's a lot easier than you think. Like you just have to dedicate a little bit of time and have someone who actually understands the system supervise you through every step of the way. And that's exactly what we do in our program, by the way. If you're interested, click the first link in the description box below. But otherwise, if I do post any trades today, I'm going to be posting it on X, so feel free to follow me there. But otherwise, just remember, if today does not give this willingness to go to the upside, it does not mean that there's going to be a trade. It's perfectly fine to go for a no trade, and then tomorrow is a day where we make the big bucks, or at the very least, if we actually do get a move towards the downside. If we do get a move towards the upside though, still, again, the target's going to be like 65, 500, but I also wouldn't be surprised if we just ended up sweeping this little range high over here at 64,600. But it's also perfectly normal because today is a non-news day, and on non-news days, there are less reasons for price to move aggressively, to be super volatile. So again, right, the more you understand what makes the markets move, the more chances of success you're going to have in the markets. But with that out of the way, I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. And let me know if you guys appreciate the extra screen real estate, because previously I think all I could see was probably here, and then like this, and then like the watch list would take up like such a huge chunk of the overall screen. Like it just feels great to be back on a proper MacBook Pro 16. You know what they say, once you go big, you can't go back. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.